Yeah, bitch so bad I wanna shoot like hoops while I'm riding in the coupe. I got what you want, it ain't nothing but a loop. Don't listen to friends, they don't know what's best for you.
Hey guys, so I have been delaying this video for literally ever, trying to get all my information together, and I've been also working a few parts of my own. But to sum it up, everyone has been asking me the same question. I literally get this question like every single day. How did you get into acting? And there's not a simple answer. It's so much that goes into it, and I'm still learning myself. But what I learned so far, I was going to share with you guys. While I do some SFX makeup, so that's why my hair is up. Well, my hair is up because it looks a mess, but it was gonna be up either way. So let's get started. Okay, so first, before I even really get started, I definitely want to first say that being a successful actor does not necessarily mean being famous, you know. So you have like Zendaya, of course, who you know, and then there are some actors who you've seen on a TV show who you have no idea who they are, never seen them, but they're very successful. I can't think of everyone's name off the top of my head. I think Sarah, she's on TikTok. AJ, who I met on set. Not people that you would know by name, but they're doing very well. So don't feel, you know, unmotivated and question like, well, who are you to be telling us how to act? I ain't seen you in nothing, but I got some stuff under my belt, okay? But you know, like my Chick-fil-A commercial, some other stuff I've done on IMDb, which I'll link my account so you can check it out. But I just wanted to say the disclaimer that, you know, you're not gonna just come out the bat as Angela freaking, what was I about to say? I was about to say Angela Davis because I was thinking of Viola Davis. So you're not gonna come out the bat being Viola or Angela or whoever else you can think of, I don't know. So the look that I'm doing for today, I don't really know, I'm kind of winging it. But I kind of want like a half face, like something going on like that or something. So I don't know. It's making sense in my head, but I don't know, something's not coming out right. Okay, I'm gonna outline something a little bit, maybe just to. Another thing I want to say is to not limit yourself. So when I first started, I feel like everyone's first thing is, oh, I always wanted to be an actor, because you just want to be on TV, right? And you want to be rich. Like, okay, yeah, that's fair. But I always say, this industry is so much bigger than what you think. Oh, hold on. Don't limit yourself to being an actress. Obviously, if you know for sure, like, oh no, I really just care about acting, then obviously do it. What I'm saying is, this industry is huge. Like, once I started, I kind of realized that I really like directing too. So I started directing my own films, and it's really fun. Like, I was like, oh, wait a minute, and I still act, because acting is like the easiest way to get into, well, okay, not easy, but compared to the other things, it can be a little bit easier to get your face in a room versus get your film, you know, not motivate you, but you know what I mean. The way I get my Australian and British accents mixed up so freaking bad. I can do a country accent though. That's the only accent UK people suck at. I'm so sorry. They are awful doing country accents. Like, I be watching True Blood and what's his name? What's that boy's name? The vampire. Suki. I ain't never met nobody in the I'll say in the hood, in the South. Suki. All right. So let's get into step one. Oh wait, no, because I can't talk doing this. So let's just do this brow first. Here I am taking my scar wax. I did it. I focus. Here I am taking my scar wax. I'm gonna put some on my face to make this little open cut thing I'm trying to do. So let's talk about the first part of how we get there, right? Step one is building your profile. Like literally any job, you know, you can't just like say, yeah, give me a job, then be like, well, who are you? You need a profile, you need a lot, but not a lot, you know what I mean? So step one is you need a resume. Obviously, if you don't have, this is your first time in this, then you know it's not going to be much there. But for example, like I went to, I was in a play when I was younger, and that's on my resume. I was in ballet at the Washington Ballet, the art in DC. That's on my resume. So it doesn't necessarily always have to be like, oh, I was in a hit TV show, you know what I mean? Just to see that you have experience, basically. And so you want to have pictures. That's very, very important. So let's talk about it. Headshots, right? Headshots, they're very important. But when you first start, you know, it's not necessarily a big deal. They are expensive. So, you know, if you cannot afford them, I would not stress about it. You know, I booked a few things. I did my commercial without headshots, professional headshots. I booked a few things without it. So it's like, it's not one of those things, like they're not going to be like, ugh, you idiot. But if you can't afford it at the moment, 100% go get them done. And I'll do another one speaking on headshots and what that includes, but you kind of see what they look like before the actors' headshots. They are important, but like I said, if you can't get them, don't stress. What I did in the beginning of my career, I just took my headshots. What I did in the beginning of my career is I actually put regular professional photos, which cost less. Headshots can literally be like, my friend paid $1,000. Now they're beautiful, but I'm just saying they cost. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. But professional pictures, you know, you can go get a professional picture done for like freaking $200. And so try and do that. It's very, very important that you have at least a professional picture done. And it just makes you look good. They like to see it, to see what you look like, especially if you're submitting for like freaking modeling or something like that. You know what I mean? Just showing you in different looks. You want to know your a part of building your profile includes your sizes. So you want to know your sizes on command. You want to have that in your notes, even if it is on your resume or whatever. You want to have it saved in your notes. Your sizes include everything because a lot of times they have to build outfits there or whatever, and wardrobe needs to know what size you wear, and you want to be ready for that. So now I'm not just talking I wear a large in shirt and a freaking tenon pants. They want to know the actual pants length and the jacket, your hat size. Just get a measuring tape. I got mine from CVS, and just do your measurements in the house, have them saved. Boom. One thing that is important that you do is make sure you list all your skills. Your skills, ooh, Lord. Your skills can be so many things. If you speak 2 languages, that is something that you want to put on there. Look, it looks like a butt. If you, I do a little ASL, that's on there. I know how to play piano, guitar, all those good things. Just, I mean, they can be like, I've seen someone put a hula hoop on there, which I don't know, but it's on there. I'm just saying. Think about everything that you can do, all your skills, and put them on there. You never know what they're going to need. So step 2 is, okay, I created my profile. Where am I sending this little profile to? Well, let me tell you. First part is how most of us started is usual. Most of us that are like, you know, this age group and don't have like rich parents or whatever. Most of us started on Backstage. Backstage is an app. It's not free, but to me it is worth it. I don't even know how much I pay. Maybe like 20 a month, 10 a month, I don't know. But I mean, I've gotten back like over maybe at $4,000 or $5,000. I could get more if I actually use it the way I'm supposed to use it, but I be lazy and I work a lot. But what the This thing is putting me through it. So I say that to say Backstage is a starter app. There are a few other apps like Actors Access, Casting Network. They're all very good apps. They're not free, but again, they're all worth it to me. Actors Access, Actors Access, I would hold off on that if you are just starting. It is a little bit more, you know, advanced, I guess you can say, but they have more serious parts in there. So, you know, if you, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that because they're, you know, you do have to pay. If you know, are just starting out, I would probably start with Backstage. That's why I started. I booked an Amazon thing, or Amazon Prime, or whatever. And that was cool. Another one that I tell people all the time that we all seem to forget about is freaking social media. Hello. You know how many stuff I've gotten just from seeing something on Instagram? Instagram is a really, really good one. Twitter has some good groups, like, you know, if you're a writer, I mean, like some of the writing, I follow the writer or whatever, and they just like talk about different stuff. Facebook is amazing. There's usually a group in your city. I know I follow DC, Atlanta, New York, and I think LA. Step 3. Once you have created your profile, you've taken your pictures, you made your resume, another very, very important thing is you're gonna have to be realistic, baby. Yeah, so I can tell you right now, you're not freaking booking an HBO TV show tomorrow. I mean, you might, and if you do, I'm so sorry for what I just said, and please call me. Yeah, so you're gonna have to start with some, you know, low budget films, non-paid films. You wanna get a good, you wanna get a good reel. You wanna get some good work. You want to start going to a lot of festivals and, join festivals and putting yourself in that world. I did my first 48-hour film festival this year, and it did not go very well, but I did it. And then I did another one, but I did makeup. And this is also very, very good exposure and, you know, just practicing. Like I said, you're not getting necessarily paid, but we've all had to do it. Okay, we've all had to do it. And then eventually, like right now where I'm at, I don't do non-paid work unless I'm doing the festival, which is a lot of work, but it's worth the exposure. But 9 times out of 10, I don't really do non-paid unless like my friend is like, hey, you know, whatever. But no. When you first start out, you're just gonna do student films. Student films are so, yeah. And sometimes they be paying. I had something for a student film in Virginia, and they were paying me. It wasn't a lot, but they were paying me. Working background, right? This is the harsh truth about working background. As fun as it is, and you know, you get to be around celebrities. If acting is something that you are passionate about and something that you generally want to do, no. It is something that I feel like everyone should do. Everyone that wants to be an actor should do at least once or twice, maybe. But it's not something that I would recommend to continue doing. I just stopped doing background. My last background was like a few months ago. It's just for one, you can't put background on your resume. So that's that. I mean, you can, but you really shouldn't. You can't put it in a reel because you typically don't have any lines. It is literally almost pointless. I'll say almost because you do get to meet some amazing people. I've met some great friends, especially friends that do what I do. You know, they want to be actors too. So the networking part of it is top tier. I met, I made a really good connection with a few people, Natalie Portman, and Alma Harrell, just some really great people from literally working background. So I'm definitely not knocking it. I think you should do it. I just don't think you should always do it. You always need background, of course, and it's paid, so it's not like, you know what I mean? It's definitely fun. And for certain stuff, I do it. Like for Black Panther, I do background if I couldn't get a principal role. Stuff that has like significance to it or whatever. But again, it's not something, unfortunately, that is all that important. How does this look so far?
If you're not in there by your movie times, you can't get in, and you don't get your money back. So I'm just trying to make sure, dude. That's literally what it says on the thing. If you're not in by your time, you are not permitted into the theater.
Oh! It just squirted. Taking some cotton balls. I painted the inside to kind of give it some darkiness to it. Put a little bit more latex. Oh, mama. Okay, what's the next question? I wrote them down. What is a reel versus a monologue? A monologue is like, there's an actual description for it. I just can't think, but it's like when you, it's like when, like a scene, like what's it called? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he was talking to Uncle Phil. That would be a monologue where there's no other person in the scene talking, you know.
I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you.
It is not like
Don't you think I've...
And then a reel is a bunch of different videos of all the work you've done, put together. But that is, you know, a little bit more advanced. We are on the beginner, so don't have to worry about that just yet. I actually need to do mine. I'm just awful. So I've just been so busy, guys. I'm putting these cotton balls in here to give it like a little bloody, a little thickness to it. So I don't know. Oof, a little like blood clots or whatever. What if my area / hometown isn't a good spot for movies, film, etc.? That's not true. That's not true. There is, of course, there's hot spots like LA, New York, Atlanta is like the new Black Hollywood, but you know, there are actors, okay, that are from freaking Kentucky, freaking Utah. You know, it happens. Of course, you're gonna have to probably do some traveling, but it's not impossible. And believe it or not, a lot of areas film in random places that you like, what, you filmed there? So don't think because you live in Arkansas that you can't become an actor, okay? I just threw shade on so many different places, and I'm so sorry. But let's be real, that's what we were talking about, right? But how do I know a scam versus when I should spend my money? Spend your money on classes. Classes are important. I just graduated my classes. And I used to think like, what do I freaking need school for? Like I know what I'm doing, but you never really know how much stuff you learn. And again, networking is very important. But if you're a beginner, I 100% think you should take classes. It's more worth it than you think it is. Spend your money on classes. Sometimes you'll have to pay to travel. Sometimes. I say sometimes because places usually pay for that. Like Chick-fil-A paid for me to go to Atlanta. They paid for my hotel, my flight, all that good stuff. That's usually how it goes. There are some situations where like they may pay you enough. Oh gosh. Oh wow, I just made a big blood splatter all over the floor. There may be some times where they will pay you enough and you'll work as a freaking local hire. And you'll just have to figure out, you know, where you're gonna stay. And it's just, sometimes it's just worth it, you know, but it's not always. Knowing a scam, so for one, when they got put for myself, is when it's too easy, okay? When it's too easy. I know for a fact, I'm not gonna go on freaking Google and there's gonna be freaking, I don't know, Beyonce telling me that she can come work. Like, it's just, sometimes it's just like, that's too easy. If it was that easy, we'd be there, okay? We'd already be there. But one of the main ones is literally, it's Google. Yeah, Google. I'm telling you right now, when you know something is a scam, type in the name of it. Is 99 company modeling agency a scam? And I promise you, people will let you know. You will know. They will tell you. Another one is when you have to pay for something. You shouldn't be paying for anything. Like I mentioned, the only thing you be paying for is if you decide to work as like a local hire or whatever. Other than that, you're not paying for anything. You're not paying for a background check. I think I got caught with that one before. You're not paying for a background check. You're not paying for agents. Agents only get paid when you get paid. And you won't have an agent this early on probably anyway. But agents get paid when you get paid. So if you didn't get a check, they don't get a check. And it's just really that simple. You don't pay to meet with an agent. You don't pay for any form of meeting. You are not paying for anything. The moment they say, all you have to do is pay for this. No. The only thing you're paying for are casting sites, such as Backstage, Actors Access, Casting Network. You're paying to look at castings and submit your information. That's it. You're never paying for anything other than that. And classes, of course. Classes is just what it is, and it's worth it. Expensive, but worth it. What is a union, and when do I join it? The union is a whole other ball game that I'm not even about to sit here. There's a whole other video right there. But to sum it up though, the union is the same thing that you have at regular jobs. When you have a union that protects you, that protects its employees, making sure that you eat on time when you're on set, and making sure that you have snacks and foods, and literally taking care of you. You won't be doing that right now unless you literally get really, really lucky and you just have someone offer you a role, you know, that's with the union, and you're able to, you have to go sign, because it's not really that optional. It's not really that optional. You have to get vouchers though, so you have to work, and you have to get the vouchers, and you get to pay like $3,000, and then you're with the union. That's not anything that you need to worry about at this moment. It is just, it's too far up. Okay. Another thing with stuff like, you know, Backstage, they give you the option to use the app for other things, like, they have crew on there too. It's not just for actors. I know I mentioned like you don't have to use it for acting, but they have other things in there. Camera, all that good stuff. Ooh. Okay. So this is a finished look. I can't decide if it's burned or if it's like some beat the bloody breaks off me. And like scrape my face against the sidewalk. I don't know. I guess it goes. I guess burnt works. But, and that's, again, this is just for beginners. So this is literally just the starter part of it. And I could do another one explaining more into it. But for the beginning part, the main thing, if you haven't noticed, is your profile. Just building your profile is very, very important. And using those apps that I recommended, they have gotten me all my starter roles. And then from there, that's where I got everything else. I need to put my lashes on. That's what I'm missing. Hold on. No, seriously though. Okay, so the dryer is on. That's really loud. Finished look. I did too much a little bit on the chin, but okay, so yeah, this is it. They kind of dried up some, so I'll put some more clots there and stuff. But to sum it up, like I was saying, the most important part is just your profile. So get those pictures done, get those headshots, take those classes. I also have some recommended classes I'll put in the description box thingy box. I don't know. Of course, some are going to be in my area, which is Washington D.C., Maryland. But I also just left my school, or not left, but I just finished my school, which is in LA. But you can find any local acting school around you. You can do Zoom classes. Of course, in person is better, but Zoom, I still learned a lot on my Zoom classes. But for my beginners, take those pictures, download those apps, and apply every single day. Even if you feel like this is not something that they're not going to hire me, I'm too new for this, still do it. Because they, for one, at least see your profile. They may like you for something else. Apply, do it. And that's pretty much it. Just do it. And if you have any questions, ask me and I will answer them. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and I will answer any questions. I don't want to gatekeep anything at all. Yes. I actually really like this. I wish I knew where I was going with this, and that way I would have did something different. Because I'm not even really sure what I did. But yeah, guys, that's it. It's super easy, super easy. Super easy. And for your kids as well, some people ask me how to get their kids into it. Super easy. Create their profile, take the pictures, my bloody finger, take the pictures, get your headshots, get your professional pictures, build your resume, put them in plays, in classes, all that good stuff. And that is just the beginning, and I promise it will flow from there. Like, once you put yourself in the space of actors, you're already in it, and it will just blossom. And that's it. You guys like my look, and I hope that was, I hope I explained that well. Yeah.
Always my good wine on a woman. 5:30. We cannot leave later than 5:30. 5:30. Be ready to leave. That means not it's 5:30 and you almost done. Not 5:30. Just you have to be ready out the door.
Okay.
All right. You made fish. You didn't make me none.
I made 2 pieces of fish for myself. I didn't eat the fish.
It looked like you ate some fish.
I had a little piece. Sucky.